funny. Yeah, but we started off.
Why you do that to Siegel? See, they got tired of us that fast. They got tired of us that fast, Fabian. They already started. No, our super producer, he froze up. We're going to get him back in the building. Wanted to give y'all a little bit of Reservoir Dogs. I think the best posse cut out there. If there's a better posse cut out there, throw it in the chat. Let me know. In the meantime, who had the best verse on Reservoir Dogs? Who had the best verse on Reservoir Dogs, y'all? Talk to me. Let me know, son. We're going to get Ray back in the building. We're going to get the show rocking in a few minutes, y'all. Boss man, we appreciate you, boss man. You part of the foundation of this. You know that. Siegel go crazy too, Fish. Beans goes crazy. DB, Daniel Berry in the building. Look like everybody taking sick days. AllBall done ran out of PTO. So y'all gonna see AllBall on screen very, very soon. I told him he's out of PTO. He has no more sick days left. So he's gonna be back with us. He's gonna be back with us real soon. Fabian got unlimited PTO apparently. So when he feel like taking a day off, he's gonna take a day off. I'll be here every day with y'all. And look at him. He's back. He's back. They saw us getting groovy. They said, nah, nope. They said, no mas. They said, nah, papa.
Why they playing with us like that, man?
They said, papa.
Act like I won't come back or something like that. What's wrong with y'all, man?
Yo.
You heard, mate?
The drop's going, man. The drop's going, man.
I'm about to say you just stream. I was really trying to violate.
The drop's going, man. Never the little one.
Hold on, do I start like that? Hold on, we go. Let's get right into it. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Over here on that hookah.
Baby Flea over here like y suscribe.
Oh, you can hear it?
Big Flea. Never the little one.
Come on, you know how we started off, man. You know who I am. You know who I'm live with, but this is
ball suckers. Yes, sir.
Who had the best verse on Reservoir Dogs, please?
Oh, now that I'm able to hear it again, right? That's our introduction to Beans, right? That's like one of our early introductions to Beans, and Beans was bugging, right? I'm like admitted Jay-Z stan, so I felt like Jay-Z was just doing what he do. But listen, it got to be between Panero and Siegel for me. Like Siegel,
You got Siegel.
yeah, it's got to be between Panero and Panero. Like as the verse tails off, he starts like it feels like he could have won another 16 if they let him. Right? If they let him, it looked like he was gonna go. But give me Siegel or Panero. Nothing against Kiss though. KIW is phenomenal, just in terms of setting it up for Panero.
Yeah,
like he would have had to go hard if Kiss wasn't right in front of him. Pause. Right, like he would have had to come out the gates thumping, but Kiss kind of like walked him in it, and Panero, kind of started riding the bike a little bit, and then he started speeding around the corner. So, give me Panero or Siegel.
That's 98, and they might have recorded it in 97. At that time, that's when Jada, because he went through a transformation. He didn't always rap that clean. If you listen to him, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Yo, nah.
But I always felt like they got better and better as time went on. Like now, even when you listen to all three of them still sound like 20 years ago, right? Like all three of them, for me, like when I listen to all three of them, even when you watch them perform, it's phenomenal that they can still, the breath control, the crowd control, the remembering lyrics, the not letting the song carry you. They carry the song. Like them three guys is still top of the top for me.
Well, I always go back and forth like every year between Styles, Sheik, and Source Money for that song. I don't know who got a better verse, because to me, Source, he wasn't as clean as Sheik.
Source could rap though.
Yeah, he could rap.
He
showed you there.
Yeah.
He came with his A game. His flow it's just his voice. It's not at that point. You can see why Sheik, Styles, and Jada are the stars. And Beanie wasn't even. Beanie and Source sounded the same to me, like vocally. Like there was something missing. And of course, you saw Beanie got better.
Oh, no question.
But I always felt like Jay didn't say much, and it was just for a long time. I felt like I was bugging. And
big shout out to Boss Man coming through with the bars. Come on, Boss Man. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
You heard? We got the game mastered. The fact that at the time I didn't realize, it took me a couple of years. Somebody must have told me that Styles was dissing them, and the whole thing was coming to a head. And the fact that Styles was dissing them, but then he ended it with the Papa Fella for Rockefeller. That's when it was like he's throwing shots and then he's playing. But Styles likes doing that.
He always been. I mean, I found myself listening to Ghost in the Shell the other day and Ghost in the Machine. Like, just
It was still
that era of Styles is just like incredible.
yeah, he was nice. But
Oh
I always go
God.
back and forth. If I had to pick one, I'm going with Styles though. Styles was just too.
Oh,
He went too crazy.
the Ghost,
He went
man.
too crazy.
It's the
Yeah, he went
Ghost.
too crazy on that song. Shout out to the Locks,
Yeah.
JC.
Big shout out to the Reservoir Dogs. Give me another posse cut that's better than that posse cut, y'all. Drop it in the comments. I want to see what posse cut rivals that one.
Oh, because I'm not. You can't even. It doesn't compare to.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a better song, and
Okay.
everybody killed it. Nature went bananas.
Oh yeah, Nation One goes crazy.
Who got a better verse? We saved that. We saved that.
You say that for
We gonna say that.
Yeah, you can say
Woo!
that. You can say that. Look,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
it up. Look at Lenzel. Zell,
Yeah.
no?
Regardless of rain and snow, sleet or hail.
Hell, come on.
I pick street tales. Nigga was freeway. What? What?
Yeah, Lenzel, no.
That was big. That was big. Big time. We're not here for all that. We're here to just to make fun of the basketball world now. Wow. Don't you slow down on me.
We dialing up first.
Yeah, the remix that made you look was dope, man.
Remix to Major Look was fire. I don't know. Yeah, it was fire. It was fire.
It was fire. Ludacris got off crazy.
It was fire. But
Luda
see,
got off.
you know what? You know, is that the video when they all on stage going crazy? Or is that a show that they did for that remake of Made You Look? And Nas and Luda's on the stage and people bugging.
That's a show. That's a show.
That's it. Yo.
That's a show.
Wherever that's
forgot if that was like Usher's concert or something like that. It was like a whole bunch of people. And I want to say it was in Atlanta or something.
And they was rocking that joint. Rocking that. You were slave to a page in my rhyme book.
That's one of Nas's hardest songs, though.
It's a classic. It's one of the better ones. Songs. Like,
yeah.
A song. Yeah.
It's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
He, yeah, man. What's his name? Salam Remy. Salam Remy was like a Salam Remy's like a slept-on producer. He's an ill. He's yeah. Because I'm like, wait a minute, you did the Fugees, you did this, you did what? Nah, he was incredible. He was incredible. What else is incredible is the great, the greats of the world. Speaking about our childhood, man, Deion Sanders is in hot waters. He's going bananas, firing reporters on the spot. You can't talk to me. Prom reminds you he is off the block too.
Straight off the block with it. Eagle cheek, with it.
I guess Deion is going back and forth with the media. Apparently, Colorado State got one of these reporters kicked off from ever covering them on the spot. First Take was talking about it. They get into it. They cover a little bit. And let's get into it here.
Attributed the decision to a series of sustained personal attacks and Keeler's coverage of the program. And this comes just weeks after Prime had took issue with the local CBS affiliate reporter after a story published by CBS. Coach Prime had this exchange with another media member Saturday.
If I ask a negative question, will you not answer them anymore?
That's being negative right now. Like you take an approach that I'm going to be negative. I'm not negative to anybody in here. I will challenge you and ask you why or where is this coming from? So I'm not built like that. I'm not built to hate. I'm not a hateful guy. I come with love. I think if anybody in here has had encounters with me, I don't come with the bull jump. I come with the peace and the joy. Now, when you show me where you stand, I might have to change that a little bit. So I'm not going to match your ignorance.
You got any reaction to that yet, Flea? Or
no, I think that's Coach Prime energy. Like that's consistent on how he's been, how he's presented himself as a coach. Like as a coach. I don't want to talk about Deion Sanders, the football player, the baseball player. Let's keep it right here. And right here, anytime, he may not have that much aggression and vitriol as he talks, you know, when he was at Jackson State, and maybe even last year, there was a slight bit of humility still on him, being fresh, new coach, not knowing what you really about to walk into. But nah, I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem with that.
I think it was more of what I was seeing last year. I was starting to get disappointed. I would hear like Jason Whitlock talk about him. I'm like, it's Jason Whitlock. He's looking for an angle. But then I saw other people talking about it, like Van Latham from The Ringer, and you know, he used to be on TMZ. And when he broke it down, I was like, oh. And it was just this doubling down of this ain't how college sports works. It ain't that. And then, you know, I always said when we were hyped up about it, I said, you ain't winning without an offensive line. And little by little, we saw that. So it was interesting to see his reaction towards everything. And even now, it's like, it's defensive, and Stephen A does bring up something that I thought about while this went on. But as we continue, just don't slow down on me, StreamYard.
All right, Shay, you're up first. Any issue with how Deion handled that?
Well, maybe not that particular guy, but there's just one columnist, Sean Keeler. He's used the phrase false prophet, deposition Deion, Planet Prime, Bruce Lee or BS, Deion Kool-Aid, and Circus. That's personal. If you want to talk about my program, if you want to say I'm not doing a good job of coaching, if you want to say that I don't do a good job of disciplining my players, and my players are not disciplined, and they're not playing the game the right way, I can live with that. But what does these personal attacks have to do with my program? Why are you attacking me personally? Okay, I understand that my
Is he annoying you already like me? Because I'm annoyed by Shannon Sharpe right now.
Listen, I've been annoyed with Shannon on ESPN since day one, but that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. I've been annoyed with him on ESPN and how him and Stephen A present their relationship on a debate show. If we get to that, we can get to that, but I'm not a fan of Shannon on ESPN.
Yeah, I'm going past his stance seems to be don't attack me personally. Blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, you were talking to Russell Westbrook any way possible because you were D-Rodding LeBron for 2 years or whatever it was. I ain't forget that stupid goat mask on. Get out of here. Shannon, you ain't. You got all the way up here for a reason, and so did that reporter.
Needed me.
We go
get
on.
all of it. And I should let them. Okay, that's fine. We're not as good as we thought we were. We're not as good as we're supposed to be. My players, Deion is not doing a good job of coaching these players because they're still making the same mistake week in and week out. So that shows me, if you want to say they lack discipline, all these penalties.
Did you pause that? Oh yeah. StreamYard messing with our super producer's work today. And messing with my guy Fabian today. He'll be back, guys. In the meantime, I want y'all to see that full Prime exchange so you know what we're reacting to, because from my vantage point, that's par for the course. Like when you have Deion's fame, stature, when you've been, you know, the face of, you know, HBCU athletics right now. Like when you become what people are watching because your name is Deion Prime TIme Sanders, like part of this is what's going to come with it. You know, dealing with personal attacks is going to come with it. You got to know how to react to these things. You know, I'm never a proponent of somebody, you know, switching narratives and trying to make him look bad, but end of the day, this is part of it, and he's gonna have to deal with that the best way he can. and getting the dude banned from ever asking questions again, I don't know if I fully agree with that. And here go the sporting page talking in third person again. Big shout out to everybody that's in the chat so far. Fish in the building. Nostalgic Nick is in the house. Nick's 100 is in the house. Marley Mall. Appreciate everybody continuing to tap in and support us. Turbo in the house. Thrilly is in the building. I hope you well, my brother. Hope you are well. Big salute. Big shout out. We're going to get them right, though. We got a bunch to talk about tonight, though. Bunch to talk about, so we're going to get to it, y'all. Let's see what we got.
Yeah,
They have zero respect for you tonight.
We got B Verizon. They're going crazy on Deion, I see. Thank you to Flea for sticking with the peoples.
Nah, I'm gonna stick with the people. I think this is
so far.
I just think this is part of it. To get the dude banned from asking you questions? You're not even good yet. Like, you're building your program. These are the guys that are going to turn as soon as y'all get good. Then they're going to be loving on you as soon as y'all get good. Like, you got to, weather the storm. Weather the storm. I get it. Like, we're human beings. So the personal attacks, and trying to get your little slice in, I get it stings. But this is what you signed up for in terms of going to a bigger program, going to a program that's on a national schedule, going to a program that's going to be, the eyes is on you. You can't hide Jackson State no more. You can't hide. It can't be a feel-good story anymore. These boosters, these people that's pumping money into Boulder, they want to see results. How long of a rope do you think Deion has? How long of a leash you think Deion has, realistically? Because this is college football now. This is a little different than college basketball. Sometimes you're able to get through a class in college basketball, meaning, a class of 4 years, and see what happens. And that's sometimes, not all the time. I don't know if he's going to be able to get through a whole recruiting class to see where he can get Colorado. 4 years is a long time. To be bad?
He bought his way into it, though. Like, with that money that he brought to Colorado is like LeBron and Akron and Cleveland or whatever it was. When he came back, they saw what happened. As far as when it comes to money, he bought his way into any kind of whatever leeway he has. I like how you put it, recruiting class. I'm learning all this terminology in real time, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was logical recruiting classes 4 years. Can he recruit another group of kids who are not a part of his son's class? They're watching this, man, and First Take, like I think Feinbaum goes into it, is the biggest sports show. Inside the NBA is the best sports show ever, but First Take might be the biggest, most popular, especially now with the kids. They know what First Take is. That thing comes off the top of their head like nothing. And if they're talking about like that, Stephen A. Smith went in. He went in on Deion Sanders. You want to watch some of that? I know it's 8:15 already. I want to get to the other topic, man. Yeah, damn, Verizon, we got beef, man.
It's all right.
And we ain't watching no damn.
It's Monday.
Paul Feinbaum.
I was in a meeting with my boss today, yawning every second. Just yawn. She was like, "Colin, are you okay?" I'm like, "I That's all I got for you. It's Monday, baby. I'm tired.
That's all I got for you was crazy.
That's I swear to God, that's what I said. I start yawning, she start yawning. She said, "Stop yawning." I'm like, "Yeah, that's all I got for you today. I'm tired."
Well, Stephen A. Smith did not yawn, and it was not a yawn fest because he tore this to me. When I watched it, I said, me and Flea gotta watch this together because this is crazy.
I watched it. I saw it live this morning. But go ahead, let's watch it.
Not agree with how the Colorado program has handled this situation. And quite frankly, I'm a bit disappointed because you have to have thicker skin than that. If you don't want to talk to the reporter, Shannon, don't talk to the reporter. But to have the program putting out a release announcing that we're not going to take questions as a program from this guy is utterly ridiculous. You started off 3-1. You beat TCU. Put Paul and Shannon back up there. I don't even want to see just me. I want to see the both of them as well.
That's your move.
TCU
I
was
love
the
that
national
move.
runner-up the year before. Colorado opens the season in the Prime TIme Deion Sanders era. You beat them. And what did you do post-conference? Do you believe? Do you believe? And he kept asking that question, and he wanted to hear the reporter say, do you believe? And then he shoot him off, okay? So what happens thereafter? You win 2 more games. You start off 3-0. The rest of the way, you lost 6 straight. You lose 7 of 8. And obviously, you're going to have critics, people who were lining up. Remember that pregame motivational speech Coach Lanning at Oregon did before they romped Colorado on national television, Shannon? And remember how he said, he took a direct shot at Prime TIme Deion Sanders. He was saying, yo, you understand what I'm saying? We ain't trying to win the headlines. We're going to win out on the field. And then they went and they slaughtered them. And so we have to take that into account. Now, Prime TIme, and I believe in him. I believe in him as a coach. I damn sure believe in him as a person. You know, and I know I've known him for over 2 decades. I know that his purpose is higher than just winning football games. But he's also somebody that has to understand winning football games, that's where it has to start. Because everything else, in terms of the media, nobody wants to hear all of that. You don't want it. Listen, when we got on LeBron James, I bring up LeBron James for this one thing. What did I used to get on LeBron James about, Shannon? What did I used to get on LeBron James about? If he did great, it was fantastic. He'd soak it all in. And when he had a bad night, well, I'm just trying to be a role model to the kids. And they used to drive me nuts. It's like, can we stick to basketball? This is my brother. I love him and I believe in him and I agree. And I know where he's coming from. But there is evidence where you've gone against the media. There is evidence when you've been negative towards the media because they've been negative towards you. Maybe not as the head coach in Colorado, but as a player, you were that way. Over the years, you were that way. Last year, when you beat TCU, when you were shooing folks off, you were that way.
Oh, man.
Smoking. You're smoking them.
And he brought up the Tim McCarver incident. He brought up a bunch of stuff with Deion. That's the whole thing about Deion. There's a dark side to Deion's light. There's a dark side to his light. And I wake up, if I see him on his Instagram, I repost his stuff. It's very enlightening. I repost it on my story. If I see, it's very enlightening. But it doesn't match that what we saw with the reporter. That was nasty with the reporter. Like, I don't care what he says. You can't be. That's not what you teach the kids, man. No, I don't like the victim stuff. Like, what did you really go through? Bruce Lee BS. The Bruce Lee of BS is hilarious.
But it's a fine line because, like, there's this saying, and I'll get killed for it, but I don't even care. Like, that saying of everybody's entitled to their own opinion is garbage. It is so garbage to me. Everybody is not entitled to their own opinion because a lot of people are just flat out irresponsible with speaking, with opening their mouth and speaking words. They're just irresponsible. So that's why I don't buy into everybody's entitled to say what they want to say. No, because a lot of you niggas are boneheads. So one side of it, I do understand him, you know, because he tried to be slick and sly and say fly stuff to Deion, which, like I said, as a human being, you got to be able to take that, especially the position that you're in, the role that you play. But on the other side of it too, it's like, yo, relax. You can be a polarizing reporter, a polarizing beat writer, a polarizing figure in the media without trying to be a clown and a comedian and trying to go at Deion. Like, that could be a working relationship. People get into this media thing, and people didn't like Stephen A. for a very long time within the media space because I'm a buddy up to you because I want to be able to get the juice. I want to be able to build relationships, but I'm going to do my job. And part of my job is being critical of you. So, again, you got to be responsible when you start talking out your mouth. And that's why, for me, I don't think everybody should be put in position to just say whatever they want to say. And when it borderlines personal, that's where I understand Deion. But at the end of the day, this guy is covering you. He's bringing light to y'all, to what y'all doing there. He's going to take that back and write a story, right? Good, bad, indifferent, whatever it is, he's going to be talking about University of Colorado, right? So, I think it's touchy. It's touchy. You got to get a good balance, especially at that level. This is college football. You're going to have him banned from being able to. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Banned? That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's not a professional. It's not the pros. You could be like, yo, this is my house. You out of here. But Deion is treating like that. There's a lot that you said that I'm like, oh man, I don't know how to disagree with it, because the columnist, as Stephen A. Smith put him, he's playing in the mud too. That's what you do as a columnist of parody, is you play in the mud. And Stephen A. Smith, we know you play in the mud. And it's weird to see him he is facing you face to face, Deion, and he's just like, nah, it's you. That's you talking about me like that, right? Yeah, you out of here. It's a dirty game, and I guess that's why these dirty results happen. But I still think you got to be able to. I don't think it was. I don't know, because at what point at what point is the columnist crossing the line? Right. How does he cross the line? Like, I don't know.
Do they have a line?
What are you waiting for?
Do they even feel like they have a line?
Right.
Like, I don't want to cut you off, Ray, but like, think about this, bro. In the world we live in today, 24-hour media cycle, I always talk about that. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, ... Like, there's so many platforms that you can go and say what you want to say, get your stuff out there, right? We're talking about an era where you can really say whatever you want to say. So that question you just asked is a valid question. Where's the line in today's world? Where's the line?
Especially for a reporter.
Is there a line? Forget it. Where's the line? Is there a line?
I think that's what it is, because think about if your job is to report, your job. I'm writing something down. Now it's through keyboard, so I'm keying some things in. But what's the difference between you and somebody on Twitter that I'll be seeing posting up 10-page essays that I'm not going to read? It's a dying industry, right? So with football and sports, it's different, because that's different. We're not all running these routes and understanding these plays and everything like that. So for Deion, it's a lot more personal. It's harder for the reporter to take that personal. What is Deion going to tell you besides banning you? I think Deion was trying to give him the ultimate punishment, the ultimate backhand that was like, you could never do this. Like, I'm way more powerful than you could ever be. And I don't know if that works for Deion.
I'm familiar with punishment, y'all. I just got off punishment, y'all. I'm good now. We're gonna let y'all know what kind of punishment Flea was on. We always speak about it in code, but we'll talk about it one day.
But let's get to that, because you just spoke on that. Like, I was so surprised you picked up on, and maybe I should give myself some credit that you pick up on the wrestling vibes, and you're seeing Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. It's like, yo, when are y'all gonna debate? Because Shannon went up there and he tucked his tail between his legs after Stephen A. Smith roasted that whole segment. I'm at least expecting Shannon to do what you just did. Like, look, making it personal, right? We know once you cross a certain line, hold on a second. We good? Y'all ain't good like that. Stephen A. and Shannon ain't really cool like that, man.
It's a manufactured relationship that works for each person, each party. I benefit from it. You benefit from it. So let's do it, right? They tried to dress it up with, that's my brother. I don't want to see a black man down. Let me go grab him up and let me bring him on. But that's beneficial to ESPN. Shannon Sharp was the hottest thing moving in media, in sports talk. He was the hottest thing moving. You had to go and grab him up. You had to.
He might still be the hottest thing out there.
I mean, if we list 1 through 5, he is somewhere 1 through 5 at this point, today, right now. So it works for both. But
it does, but still, that in that segment alone, Shannon he tucked it. He tucked it. It walked.
Yo,
well, you know, I disagree with you guys about I can't argue with you on a debate show. Meanwhile, you were getting on. You called JJ Redick all kind of names, and this is what I'm saying about people being fake. I don't care who you are. If I have something to say to you, I'm gonna say it. Now, of course,
they fry Dan Orlovsky to the point where Dan is red and has to like they be up there deboing and bullying Dan Orlovsky, and Dan is smart. And Dan's takes are not bad, in my opinion. I enjoy watching Dan. But Stephen A. and Shannon, they enjoy like jumping him. And
Stephen A. fries that because I don't watch that show whatsoever. I know who he is because he played ball. He had that crazy move. Wasn't he a puncher?
He stepped out of bounds.
All right. But so Stephen A. is frying him in football conversations?
Bro.
See, but that's what I'm saying though. When they had that comment and JJ Redick was their comment guy, you could tell they were talking about. And again, you know, I got criticism of JJ Redick. He has his own agenda, whatever. But so do y'all. And the way you were talking, the first thing Shannon Sharp said, "This is a debate show, JJ Redick. This is a debate show. We're supposed to have something to say XYZ." But now when it came to that, you had zero smoke for Stephen A. Because they know. Because remember the shit that happened with Skip Bayless.
The best TV was Stephen A. and Skip. The best TV was Shannon and Skip. This, like, again, we respect a level of authenticity, but it is what it is. ESPN. The first word. What is the word? What does the letter E stand for on ESPN? Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we want authenticity. You bring Shannon Sharp up there, 3-time Super Bowl winner, Hall of Fame tight end, one of the best tight ends of all time, right? You bring him up there, so there's authenticity, right? You got Stephen A. up there, been around the block, been covering the NBA for 30 plus years, We know his resume. I don't need to tell y'all know, right? So y'all think that this is a, like I always say, match made in heaven. Me personally, I don't think so. They are number one because Fox is just dog shit right now. Like, it's just not good. Their lineup and what they're trying to put together, they're struggling right now to figure out what's going to hit and what's not. And ESPN's the worldwide leader. So I don't think they're number one still because of the content and what they're doing. They're number one still because of being behind the machine and Fox really just dropping the ball. Like, they're not doing – Fox is about to go into the shitter. Skip is done over there. They're about to figure out who the next star is over there. And I don't see nobody over there being Nick wrong, garbage.
He might be their only guy, though, that's like their Skip Bayless and Stephen A., where it's like the even nerdier version that can piss people off. And he'll be dead wrong. And sometimes he's right. But he's the only guy that I've seen, you know, get Jim Jackson upset like that. Jim Jackson was going just... Yeah. Bro, I played against them. Like the way that I ain't seen that from nobody but Skip and Nick Wright, really, and Stephen A. Those are the three guys. Because nobody goes at Shannon like that. They're all like, what do I say to you? It's just like, bro, just talk the game. If you stick to just the game, you'll be okay. We know this, Flea. I
remember when, and we going off topic now. We could get back to it, but I remember when they used to bring in Tony Gonzalez up there. Undisputed
right,
and that's one of the first and only times you saw a level of insecurity from Shannon Sharp. For me, like a level of I gotta put my chest up and just remind y'all who I am. I can't just stand on my name right now and rock out. When Tony's sitting up there, it was like, oh, okay, I gotta remind y'all I'm a Super Bowl winner. You know what I'm saying? I got to remind y'all who I am because to rival, obviously, Tony is one of those guys that rivals him in terms of best of the best at that position. So, but that's neither here nor there. We off topic right now.
No, we're not off topic. We're not off topic. That's on topic in terms of what you transition to with just the era, people watching what they say and how they say it, why they respect each other, why are you respecting who's on the screen with you. This is all on topic. Tony Gonzalez, we know, if for y'all that don't know, Jerry Rice and Tony Gonzalez are considered some of the best, if not the best, at their position, right? At tight end in football and wide receiver. They both went through the same thing. They went through like dropsies in football. They both, and it shocked me when I first learned about it, that Jerry Rice used to drop the ball. Tony Gonzalez used to drop the ball because I grew up with them masters. So for them to go from that to someone that's sitting next to Shannon Sharpe, and he's like, hold on.
You can see it. You can see it.
I didn't realize that. I saw when Ray Lewis was up there, he's like, yeah, nine catches, 180 yards. And it was like, all right. I don't know where that came from, but that was still, why do you respect people? Why do you how and why do you respect the person that you're sitting across from? You know, it is weird. It's very weird. I was gonna say Deion Sanders and Tony Gonzalez are part of the same agency also.
Are they?
Yeah, Smack Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are big clients, and that's interesting because I haven't seen Tony Gonzalez a lot lately, but Shannon's the guy with. Yeah, weird, but he's like he looks like somebody you can't leave your girl around. Like he's 6'4", chisel.
Nah,
excuse me.
Never.
You need a drink.
He's a grown man. He's a grown man that doesn't need facial hair. Like I feel like all grown men need facial hair. He's a grown man that don't need facial hair. Like he's good.
That dude, and he's chiseled. Smack Entertainment. I think Michael Strahan, Tony Gonzalez, Deion Sanders. And that's another reason why, going back to Deion, I think he has a lot of the entertainment pressure on him in terms of, I'm not just a football coach. I came in here and I'm that Smack Entertainment agency. Well, all them other head coaches for the other schools like Nick Saban and whoever it is, and the Bowl, I forgot all their names. I barely know their names, but they have their own agencies. Dabo, Sweeney.
Yo,
come on, man. I was there though. I'm thinking of I think Nick DeBoll is the Bills coach, and he went to the Giants.
Yo, we would be somewhere, and I've already introduced you to my girl 3 or 4 times.
No.
And her name is Deborah.
Never.
And you continuously call her Deborah. I'm like, Fabian, her name is Deborah. Stop calling.
Now that would never be me. That's a different story. That's a different story. But I do think, just to end it with this, I do think it's about Deion's not just carrying this torch for college football coach of College State University. They were trying to change the game of college football. You're invading territories, not just Colorado territory and Jackson State territory. Your agency is trying to take over that whole entire industry of NCAA in the face of and the NIL, and you're Deion. And imagine if I had NIL back in my day, I would have made $1 billion, whatever it is. That's what you're the face of, an attempt at a revolution that I don't know if it's going to be there. And if you fail at Colorado State, that's not just failing football. That's failing like the agency a little bit. You can go back on TV if you want. You can do what you want, but your job is to invade college. No, he'll be fine, but they want to invade college football, bro. They want 3 or 4 of them college football head coaches in the NCAA realm. That's what I'm looking at it as.
Well, I mean, he's putting people in position. I think one of his top guys right now is Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp had to go back to school or something like that before he was even able to get this job. I think he had to get he had to get his degree. I don't know if he finished at, and Warren Sapp went to the U, right? Somebody fact check that for me. I think Warren Sapp went to the U.
Yeah, but after Michael Irvin and them,
he's after them, right? But
no, maybe right around the same. No, he was at the same time. The Rock, Warren Sapp, same time, big time.
Michael Irvin or the early 2000s U with Clinton Portis.
Nah. Remember,
all of them guys.
No. Warren Sapp was way before that. Warren Sapp was with the ugly Buccaneers jersey. Warren Sapp was with that. He was in the early 90s era. Hell yeah. See, now I don't watch college football, but that's what they said. Deion Sanders trying to recreate Colorado.
Polarizing, man. Polarizing.
Yeah, they had Luke out there. You kidding me?
So let me ask you a question, and we can move on. And before we got to run, it was who's who on the sidelines them first couple of games in Boulder. Who's who?
Right.
Whoever you want to know, whoever you want to see, was on that sideline in black and gold, baby. So let me ask you a question, Fabian. How many A-listers are we going to be able to see on the sideline supporting Deion this year? Answer the question, Ray. Answer the question.
If they don't win that first game, because they got to go to the first game of I'm gonna say the same. Gilly the Kid's coming through. Cam might come through.
Okay.
This is the event. I'm gonna say, I don't know if Quavo comes through. I don't know if Stephen A. Smith is coming through.
He doesn't need to. He damn sure doesn't need to.
Doesn't need to, but that's another reason why I thought Stephen A. Smith, I was shocked, not just surprised, shocked that he was that critical of Deion, but I wouldn't be surprised if he texted him before he went on the air today, because he has to maintain that relationship, because they want ESPN at Colorado State. I thought for a while there, Deion Sanders was avoiding ESPN and was trying to like do what he did to that reporter. Nah, hold on a second.
They did. Hold on, Fabian. Hold on, for you know how you do without your parachute. Hold on. They did a whole 2 days. They ended the week in Boulder last year with First Take. I think it was 2 shows. It was Thursday and a Friday. So his relationship with ESPN I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I don't think he's doing anything to avoid them per se. Feinbaum is very critical of him. Always has been.
But a bunch of people off, Lee. So that's football, though. That's what they're talking about is, bro, what you're doing is in the entertainment industry, and you got that on Smash. But at the end of the day, which is what Stephen A. Smith said, you still got to put the dub up. And my thing is, though, I'm still shocked that Stephen A. Smith was still that critical, because this is Deion's backhand. Like, this is probably running through Stephen A. Smith's head when he's talking to Deion. Like, if I say the wrong thing, he might Tim McCarver me. God bless his dead, by the way. Tim McCarver.
And that's what I was just about to say to you. Imagine Stephen A. woke up, he got his camera out, you know, his strut right now, right? You know how he comes through in the NBA games. He got his personal cameraman. They watching him. They woke up and he gives Deion a clap, and they put his hand up like, hold up. Stay right here, brother. You ain't got no access today. Here, go on and stay over there. We love you, baby. All right, stay over there though.
That's what I'm surprised about, because now Skip's now on the air, and you saw specifically, I didn't see Deion show anybody more love than Skip Bayless on them airwaves that time, them 2 weeks on there. He got up and he hugged him and he said, "Yo, you always give brothers a job. Don't worry about anything." That was a shot. I saw that and I said, Deion knows where his brother. Yo, this guy's a politician. That's why I respect Deion, because he's gonna win it his way, and that's the bottom line.
Him and Skip's relationship tenure is longer than him and Stephen A's relationship. I think I've told you I was sitting down watching I don't know if you remember the show Sports Reporters. It used to come on every Sunday. Okay. Mike Lupica, Bob Ryan,
what's Dick's last name?
Dick Schaap.
Dick Schaap.
You know, all of those old school heavy hitters, right? And then they started to ingratiate Skip into that show, right? So at one point,
Sports Reporters?
On Sports Reporters, yes.
I've never, what?
This goes way back, Fabian. So on Sports Reporters, Skip they used to give him spots. It wasn't a regular, but on one time it was him up there and Sage Steele. And him and Sage Steele are up there. It's an old Sports Reporters. And they have Deion up there. How I know it's very old. Skip had the blonde brownish hair. Sage looks very much younger, and Deion has the dry Jerry curl, like the dry shit. So you know it's old school. And they up there rapping and stuff like that. But you could see the relationship that Skip and Deion have. You probably could YouTube it literally right now. I know it's
wait, but you're not talking about Sage Steele. I think you're talking about Pam Oliver.
Pam Oliver, there we go. Bad wig. Sorry, Stage. Yeah, Pam, my bad.
Pam, yeah, Sage is a little younger.
Yeah,
I kind of like Sage. I'm not gonna lie, but
Sage could go to hell.
she can. But while she's going there, she could make a pit stop.
I don't want anything that's been. I don't want that sister. She's been tainted. I can't say that. I'm sorry.
Not to me. Y'all handle your little righteous beef.
You can't handle your little righteous beef.
Whatever.
No, you've been tainted. Stay over there, sister.
I don't even understand her anyway. She's another one. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Right. Whatever you say. Now, and Pam's wig was looking good that day. That's how you know it's way back. Pam's wig was right.
We talked about this before. Do not get Boss Man started. He go, yo, man, you better go goop. Yeah, that's his girl, Pam Oliver.
Oh, he loved Pam. Hey, Boss Man, I'm sorry, big dog. You know I got nothing but love and respect for you, Boss Man. But Pam be looking wild. I feel like they be just doing it on purpose to her at this point.
Her hat was looking okay
Bro,
that day. I'm not gonna lie.
It was consecutive years. Every time, and they would have her in the nasty wind in Cincinnati during the cold, in Green Bay during the cold. Like, why are you doing that? And this shit be like this. This shit be like
with
this.
the dancing football. Yo, I look back on the screen. I thought Memphis Bleak was on the screen with me right now.
Bro, that's how a wig be. A wig be all over. I'm like, oh, come on, Pam. Don't stop doing her like that.
Nah, please go crazy. Please going crazy.
Oh, man.
We talked about it a lot. I'll chop that up because they were killing me on the damn Verizon. I'm calling you out.
Yo, we got plenty to talk about. We're gonna be back tomorrow, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I told you at the beginning. OG is out of PTO days. He has no more PTO days, no more sick days. Y'all will see OG back very soon, y'all. Very, very soon.
Do we have a couple minutes for KG?
No.
Favorite perspective.
We got to do that right, man. We got to do that right. We can't do that rushed. Got to do that right. I want to spend some time there. I want to settle in on that. So we might need to lead the next show with that.
All right.
That's got to lead.
That is the thumbnail.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't have 20 minutes? I'm pushing it. Let me know. Yes or no?
Yeah, our super producer is very good. So yes, that may be the thumbnail that you guys see right now. Ha ha!
Look, Robert Paulson is called definition of clickbait. The title is KG. How dare y'all? It's also AllBall TV. You clicked on it for AllBall TV. Stop playing with it.
Getting there. Hold on. Let's remain authentic. We was getting there, y'all. We were getting there.
We were my damn
we were getting
internet.
We had some technical difficulties there. This is a first. We never had this many relax, y'all. Relax, please.
Listen, man. I might do an early one for y'all then tomorrow. No, fuck, we need you on there because KG went off.
Yeah, I got a lot to say.
You heard him. We live.
Big Flea, never the little one.
Are we live? Not anymore. Sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all. Apologize from the bottom of my heart. My heart's over here though. Yo, man, tomorrow though, 7:30, same time, same channel, same two channels. Stop playing with us, man. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.